So as you can probably tell, we've made some progress on getting our new garden area and our greenhouse pad set up here. So we changed this just a little bit and decided that we didn't really like the location of the greenhouse being inside the garden area because it's only 48 by 48, which is plenty for 2 people. But we're on this slope, so I have built this up with some soil here, and we had, I'll show you in just a second, when we first moved here, we had this giant pine tree. We made a video on taking that tree down. If you haven't seen it, go watch that. But these are all the stumps from it, and when we cut that tree down, I had no idea, what am I going to do with these giant stumps? They're too big for our splitter. So my wife decided, or talked me into, let's just store them. So I was going to burn them. And she said, well, just hold on to them, you'll find a use. So primarily what I've done is I brought all those stumps from that tree back down here because we had them stored up behind the house. I brought all these stumps back down here, and we're actually going to use these as our retaining wall to keep all this soil in. So let me show you what we have going on here. So as you can tell, the camera is level. Right there is level, and you can see how much of a slope this is. So I've had to build this up in order to make a level pad for the greenhouse. But we get quite a bit of rain here, especially in the spring and fall. And so you can see in some areas, like on that far corner right back there, I've had to raise that just about a little over 24 inches. And down here on this corner, I've had to raise it about 18 to 20 inches in order to get a pad here for the greenhouse to sit on. It's going to go just a couple of feet. So there's 2 stakes right there that show that's going to go like 4 feet into the garden area, and then our fence will go completely around the garden. But you can see these massive stumps, these massive cut pieces that I brought down here, and I cut down 3 dead pines yesterday, and I'm going to line the outside of it with those 3 pines. Then I'm going to move all these stumps up against those, sort of like a natural retaining wall. And these things are huge, so they'll last many years, maybe longer than I last. But that is the plan today, and couldn't have done it without my trusty Yanmar tractor. It did a great job in helping me move all these down here, and today I'm going to actually get them in position because I've got to push them up against the bank there and then do some backfill and fill all of that in. So that's what's happening here. There's our greenhouse from yourgreenhouses.com, still in the case, and you can see we had quite a bit of rain last night, so everything out here is very wet. So next I'm going to move our trailer out of the way, then I'm going to start putting all those stumps up against there and backfilling behind it. last winter we had this giant pine tree that fell, and we cut it off of the trail, but we still haven't finished cutting up the remainder of that stump right there. But the parts I did cut up, all of these here, I'm going to pick up some of those and continue to use those to line our natural retaining wall. So I'm going to get some of these loaded up on the trusty Yanmar tractor right there. That's a T235. It's been an excellent workhorse. Absolutely love this tractor. Perfect for small acreages, 20, 25 acres, something like that. It is ideal. You have to be really careful. Had these stumps sitting here for a little while, and there are a lot of scorpions and snakes. So snakes, scorpions, they love to hang out around and in these wood piles. So I just have to be careful. I do have snake boots on. So I'm just going to be careful, kind of flip things up, look around under them before I put my hands under it. So we'll put some of these on here, maybe take a couple of trips to get all of the ones that I want. But this old pine, I don't really mind if it deteriorates down there, because the greenhouse is expandable, and on the back side of it at some point we might want to put an expansion on it. So I thought, well, might be a good idea. So if these stumps do deteriorate or rot out, it's really not that big a deal. We got plenty of wood. These guys are still really heavy. You see all the fungi and stuff growing on these already. We're sitting here in this pine bark. So that is okay. They will work. Some kind of a spider. I don't know what that one is. It's not a black widow, so I'm okay. Alright, yeah, these guys are big. I will probably have to make more than one trip. That one is split already. If I can get one more on there or not. These are awfully big around. So I'll just take these three and I'll come back for more.